Well, I want to thank everyone, and just my concluding remarks are that we understand that there is a sea change afoot, and there are many reasons for it, including our economic times these times are a-changin'. I think there's a song about that. But we also know that we have some tools that are really useful, and that the role of the Defense Council is critical in using evidence-based practices, and that we should be the voice that raise both the benefits and the areas of concern. We should be the ones to say that we have to study the limits of the evidence-based tools, and the defense are the voice for the client who doesn't often have a voice in the system. We must protect their constitutional rights to a trial, to a jury of their peers, their right to remain silent, all of those rights that we've talked about and more today. And we cannot surrender our individual roles, as some of our speakers have mentioned so eloquently. I also want to just mention that this has been a rich conversation, but this is often for people a beginning conversation about the values of evidence-based practices. We do hope that you will continue the conversation with both the documents that have been sent to you and the Crime and Justice Institute and the National Institute of Corrections. But we also think that it's important among yourselves and particularly the defense community that we talk about what the pitfalls might be and how to address them so that we don't throw them all out. It's important. These are important tools. We do want to also note that some areas just don't have the resources, right? So we can talk all we want about evidence-based practices and fidelity and being accurate and challenging them, but in some cases there are no evidence-based practices, and we want to bring these tools to light. So what we think is that we can and should use evidence-based practices as leverage to push for reform and to seek resources in a system so that it's more effective and more fair to the individual. So don't ignore them just because a system is under-resourced. We believe that if they're done right, they can help clients, that there are times they shouldn't be used, and that's the role of the defense lawyer, and it should be protected, but it can also lead to cost savings and reduced recidivism. So thank you so much for all of your time, and we hope that you continue to watch the very important work coming out of the Crime and Justice Institute. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kate. And thank you to all of our panelists today for taking the time to share their insights and experiences with us. As Kate said, it was such a wonderful and rich discussion, and we hope that it sparks more conversation in your local jurisdictions. We want to invite you to stay in touch with us as we continue to build this exciting community of practice and a network of learning amongst diverse stakeholders working to improve our communities. We will make an announcement very soon about our next round of webinars, and feel free to send us input or feedback on topics or content that you would like us to address. Thank you so very much for making this Wednesday series based on our evidence-based box set so successful. Please come to our website, www.cjinstitute.org, for a recording of this webinar, both for the PowerPoint and audio, information on any questions that were not answered during the webinar, panelist bio, upcoming information on the next series of webinars, and other helpful resources. Following the completion of this broadcast, a pop-up evaluation form will be provided to you. We thank you in advance for any thoughts or feedback as we continue to use this feedback to help us provide you with high-quality webinars. Thank you, everyone.